here we are again in our beautiful Garden of Eden with all its goodies. This is the St. John's wort I've talked about earlier. I am going to have a friend who is much better at this. He can literally look at it and go, yep, you want this, nope, you don't want that. I have so much here that it's odd I have so much. So I'm not sure this is actually the one that I want. So, but as you can see, it's really drying out, which means I'm going to lose it if I don't pick it now. It's a little earlier than I usually do, but it could have something to do with the weather. You got to just kind of go with that. And so I'm just picking a little bit. I'm going to put it in oil, and within 2 or 3 days it should tell me if this is good. And then I'll have my buddy come out too, and I know if this is the right thing, we are going to be as happy as children and be oohing and awing over it. So, and I wanted to show you another one. I brought my book for this one because this is the first time that this has grown here. And it's growing everywhere. This is my book. Yeah, I've already showed you guys this. I had to wait until the flowers come out. I've also shown this in another video while it was coming up. It is the small flowered agrimony. And I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Agrimony, whatever. But in any case, that is it. And I can tell on the way it's come up, with the little flowers on it, it definitely is it. It's everywhere. I have a field here. It's never grown here before. So the bees must be doing okay because they're sure doing their job here. So I'm going to tell you, I have to learn about this herb myself now. So I take this with me. I'll make sure I got what I need. And sure enough, this picture, here's the picture of it. There you go. It's unmistakable. You know, first with the leaves, I wasn't so sure, but now with the flower on it, that's why I wait for something new when I find it, to wait until it flowers. It definitely is it. And I am a happy camper because guess what? This herb, let's see, as you get older, you can't read anymore. I can't. I'm as blind as a bat up close. So here we go. Okay, the small flowered agrimony. Gosh, I'm so excited. Herbal tea made from the whole plant. It is astringent, stops bleeding, used for wounds, diarrhea, inflammation of the gallbladder. Wow, did we just find something amazing here? Because how many people are having gallbladder problems these days? Tincture, sounds tincture to me. Urinary incontinence. Oh gosh, oh yeah, okay. Jaundice and gout. I also happen to have gout, but have controlled it without medicine or anything for about 25 years. Unbelievable, but it's true. And I'm not in pain as long as I don't wear high heels. Yeah, I don't wear high heels. So, thought to strengthen blood and aid food assimilation. So it's another thing that helps you if you have acid reflux. Gargled for mouth ulcers. Thrush. Wow, okay. Throat and throat inflammation. Got a cold? What's it called? What's that really common thing everybody gets now when you get a cold? Come on, help me out, Ruben.
Whooping cough?
No, it's you have. God, I deal so little with all that stuff. I can't remember. Maybe later on in the video I remember what that was. But a lot of kids get it now. It's you have to take a culture and they'll tell you. I can't remember right.
Strep throat?
Huh?
Strep throat?
Yeah, strep throat. So I bet you it even works for that. So I'm very excited, and I'm going to pick some today. Alrighty. This, and if you live around here, I think it grows just about anywhere. This is called Ironweed. It probably has other names, but I know it by that. And guess what? It's exactly good for that. It replenishes your iron. So what I do with this one is I primarily use the root. I make a tincture out of the root to get the maximum benefits out of it. But the rest of it, I mix up. I have a tea that I put all kinds of different herbs in it. This is one of them. So, that's another one I will be picking very soon. Not today, I didn't bring my shovel. But I noticed, this is opening up. Also, you may have noticed, we're missing Danny. And she's at the beach. So, but this is the time to go out and check on things and see how far they are. We can't just go by the times in the book, because the weather isn't always the same. I think it's different every year. So I just go out periodically and check and see how far things are. So out in the wild, as I said, in my garden, I pick the herbs as soon as I feel like, need to pick some more, because they'll come back. They'll do, they'll do even better, and I'll still have time to flower. Garden herbs are different than the ones in the wild. These I like when they're open, when they already start kind of dying down, the flowers, unless I need them for oil or something, for a specific purpose, and so that the seeds can drop and we'll have more. So that's ironweed. Okay, we're back. Already got red fingers. This, it's muggy again, so the bugs are bothering us a little, but these are pokeberries from the pokeweed. In the spring, many of the people here love to go and get the real fresh little leaves when they just come up for poke salad. And you fix them just like greens with some onions, garlic in the pan, and I've had them. I'm not a big fan on cooked greens. I like them in soup and fresh. But it's a big delicacy around here. One thing about the poke plant, it is poisonous. Big time poisonous. The roots don't have anything to do with the roots. I'll kill ya. So even when one picks the fresh leaves in the spring, make sure you got no roots with it. It has made people very sick. If it's a more mature root, it can kill you. So, one thing about this plant, it has these little berries on it. I'll pick a few. This one has some that are ripe. These are the not ripe ones. We don't want those. They have to be like this. Okay, so I could take a few more here. I could take all of them, for that matter. It doesn't matter. And they're considered poisonous as well. So, this is what I'm going to do. Watch me, Reuben. I don't think that they're really all that great to eat. So, why kids would want to eat them, I don't know. But it's perfectly safe for kids to eat them. I'll show you why. Inside these berries are little seeds, like this. This is your poisonous part. The thing is that these seeds, when they're black like this, now in these fresh ones, they're not black. Okay? Well, this one's already black, but they start out to be white. That's why you don't eat the unripe ones. But in the ripe ones, they're like this. They are so hard to crack that even with a hammer, you're having a hard time. Your system, and that's where the toxin is. Your system, there's nothing in your system that can digest one of these seeds. So it's perfectly safe to eat these berries, okay, because these just come out on the other end. Now, why would I want to eat a berry that's considered toxic and doesn't taste very well? Because it's one of the best things I found for arthritis. Another one here. I was diagnosed at 17 with youth arthritis. I've lived without medication all my life. And when we came here, I found this. And when I read up on it, sure enough, for arthritis, so I make a syrup out of it. And I sift out all the seeds, and just sift out all the seeds and make a syrup. And start in the fall, because that's in the cold, you feel it more. take a tablespoon a day to 2 tablespoons a day. I've given a lot of this away, and it's helping people. It's definitely helping me. It's very messy. I bet you could use it as a dye too. Woo, tie-dye. Let's try that. So there is that. They're not quite ripe yet. There's a few. So I'm going to wait until they're more ripe to actually go out and pick them. Probably will with Danny. But here's another good one. So if you have this in your yard and you want to get rid of it just because it's poisonous, don't wait until you get the goodies off of it if it's something that you want to use. So there is that. And if for any reason you don't hear from me for a couple of weeks, I may have been wrong. As you probably already know, if you watched any of the other videos, this was a strip mine. After they were done strip mining, one of the things they planted here were these trees. They're fire retardant, and what I found the name of it is, and you guys may know better than I do, or know another name for it, is the Russian olive. And they kind of look like the olive tree, except for, of course, the fruit looks completely different. But they have, you can tell on the leaves, on how much, some retardant they have in it. So they planted whole rows of these as a fire retardant. And I found, when we first moved here, I thought, I bet one could do something with these berries. The only thing I've made successfully with them, because I don't like to use anything that costs money besides sugar, is pancake syrup. Again, they're very small, and they have a relatively big seed in it. So you can imagine what you actually got to eat. That. They're still a little tart. So, not quite ready. But when we come out here, you literally just put your hand there and go, let it all fall down in a container, and makes great pancake syrup. Gives it a really good, nice, sweet to tart kind of taste, and my family really enjoys this. And it's, again, easy one to make. Doesn't cost me much except for a little sugar, which doesn't cost me anything either because I have a good friend who brings me some. So, okay. So that is that. Russian olive. Oh, high in vitamin C, by the way. All right.
Well, when you know what you know, but you don't know where you've gone away. And the only thing you can think of is that old thing you used to say. Keep your head up, feet on the ground. Keep your head up, feet on the ground. You're hopping, bopping, shaking your ass, and moving your feet. How do you see? There's no